Hi, Jasmine. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Well, it's 6:34. Should we get rolling?
I think we should.
Okay.
So let's start with a welcome. I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight. I am surprised how many people are here. That means you're interested in what we might have to say. You're interested in nonprofits. You're passionate about nonprofits and you want to learn more. And tonight we hope to tell you a little more about what we're thinking to do. And a lot of it is based on survey that we had done earlier and information and feedback we've gotten from people. And in this welcome, I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about how this all started. You know, I work with nonprofits just like most of you. And a couple of years ago, when I was an executive director for one of the nonprofits, I met with Tina. We just said, oh, wouldn't it be great if we just could collaborate and work together and share resources? And, you know, if I have an event, then you have people that help at my event and vice versa. And then, so that kind of started our conversation going. And then earlier this year, Tina had sent an email around saying, hey, is anybody interested in this and that and a calendar and this and that and the other thing? And before you knew it, Tina?
Yes.
And Lisa and myself started meeting. And this whole idea of starting a nonprofit coalition for the Tri-City area, much like what the Tri-Valley has, that could bring us all together instead of us having all work in silos and not share resources and not have a calendar and not know when somebody's doing something. We thought, you know, this is a really good idea. And then the more feedback and the more we talked to people, the more it kind of grew and grew and grew. And then tonight you are here at our kickoff. We have launched the website, which is crafted by Lisa Stambaugh. We couldn't have done any of it without her. And so we've gotten together and we've come up with some ideas that hopefully tonight you'll be able to give us some more feedback to see, is this what you're looking for? How can we tweak it? How can we make it better? We've got some, we're going to do hear from the founders. We're going to do a who's in the house little round robin. Then we're going to have some guest speakers tonight. And then we're going to close up, we'll close it up, and we hope to be done within an hour and let you get back on with your evening. And thank everyone for being here. So with that in mind, I'd like to hand it off to Tina to, as a co-founder, to tell you a little more.
Great. Thanks, Kathy. So can everyone hear me? Everyone's
Yep.
good? Okay. So as Kathy mentioned, yes, she and I had a conversation. As I recall, we were at the 4th of July parade, ran into each other, and we were talking about sharing information, and wouldn't it be nice to have a master nonprofit specific calendar for events. And then just generally it was to share information too. And so I know that that's not a new concept. Others have talked about that over the years. I've been in nonprofits, the nonprofit world in Fremont here for, I think it's been about 13 years. Others, including Lisa and Kathy, have been in it a lot longer than me. So they know well that this has been a topic that's been, you know, bandied back and forth. So yeah, that was the beginning of that conversation with Kathy. And then, you know, I talked to Lisa about this first outreach effort I did. And then we just kind of grew from there. And it's just been a pleasure to work with both of them. And I just wanted to say thank you right now before I forget. So the other thing is that, you know, Lisa said to share my pain. And one of the things that has come up again when trying to plan events in this area, galas and other public events, is just not wanting to step on anyone else's toes and you know, have a conflicting date. And so, you know, we do have other resources in the sorry, I've got to keep admitting people in the area, but we, you know, really we just thought, let's have a calendar. Wouldn't a calendar be great? The other thing is also sharing funding opportunities, because that's just a great way, I think, that we can really support one another, especially if it's, you know, whether it's a funding opportunity that maybe I could benefit from, you know, it's still okay to share. And maybe it's something that maybe it's something else that you have heard about and just want to get out there. So this is another platform for that. I guess, well, I did want to say two things quickly. Julie Moore has always been so patient with me. Thanks, Julie, with Fremont Bank, because she was kind of my go-to. I would get on the phone and say, oh my gosh, okay, I've got to plan this gala. I'm thinking about this date. Do you know what's going on? Because of course they get invited to everything. And so she was kind of my go-to, but it was always kind of like, this is what I think is happening. And so again, you know, this website is gorgeous. We're going to be repeating this a few times tonight, but it's tcnpc.org. It has lots of great features, including a calendar. There's a submission form if you have an event coming up and want to share that. And the three of us, Kathy, Lisa, and myself, were all very responsive. So, you know, just submit your information and then we'll take it from there. And now I'm going to stop talking. We're going to do the round.
Oh, we're going to hear from Lisa.
Yeah, let's do the website first.
Ah, yeah. Lisa. Yes, yes. Sorry.
Okay. Are you seeing the website?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm going to go through this really, really fast, but I'm hoping everybody will just go check out the site later. So as Tina said, the domain is tcnpc.org, Tri-City Nonprofit Coalition. So hopefully you can remember that. And nothing fancy, because we were more interested in having it be, you know, super functional. So the main features, there's a searchable directory of nonprofits, which is not complete, but we have a start. There's an event calendar, which is not complete, but we have a start. There's a page, there's an availability to list volunteer and donation opportunities, which we need to get information from you. And there's a resource directory of, you know, local businesses who either partner with nonprofits, provide discounts for nonprofits, have services that nonprofits would use. And all of these different areas, there's a form on the site for each one for you to submit whatever information you have. So we're really counting on everybody to help us build this out. So I'm going to just giving a couple of screenshots. This is the searchable directory. And you can search, there's categories, you can search by keyword. I'm going to add some other functionality around tags and whatnot. So what you'll see in the upper left, sort of the main page. And then if you search, let's suppose you search on education or museum or food or arts, you'll get a listing, which is that screenshot that you'll see sort of at the bottom there. And that's a sort of a synopsis listing, just very short, says, here's who we are and the one sentence capsule, and then a link to a page with more information. And then you'll see the example on the right for the FEF, the page with more information. And I have to give a shout out to two people. One, Jeff Schinkel, who I don't think is here, but his surrogate is, I guess. And he designed our logo, which is beautiful. We're very happy with that, to have a professional logo. And then the other person is Sherry Plaza. And when we first started setting this up, Kathy, Tina, and I had put together a list of about 75 nonprofits that we knew of, right? We know a small number of them. And Sherry took on the monumental task of filling in a spreadsheet for us with all the nonprofit, with their address, with their phone number, with their website, with their executive director. So that was just a huge head start in building the directory. So we really thank Sherry for that. Here's an example of the calendar. Fortunately, we have some things in December, but we don't have any things yet for January. So we're counting on people to submit their events. And what you'll see in the calendar is, you know, the sort of the month and then just short line items for the various events that we know about. And if you hover over an item, you get the little pop-up box. You can see that on the left screen for just the basics. And then you can click through and get the larger page with all the details. The price, or if it's free, the venue. I mean, most of them are online now, but when we can do things in person, we'll have maps, dates and times, links for more information. The resources page has, you know, a dozen or so that we know of so far. I know there are more vendors, resource people that could be, I'll say nominated, but suggested. So we're counting on all the nonprofits to help us with that. And then here's your homework assignment. Go look at the site. If your nonprofit is listed, send us any corrections or updates. If it's not listed, you can submit it. Same for events. If your event is there and we've got something wrong, send a correction. If not, submit it. Submit anything else. And then the last item that you could submit would be photos. We're looking for photos from the nonprofits. Of course, we'll give photo credits as appropriate. I do have a few photos on the site, not any of the pages that the screenshots were of, but we're anxious to avoid stock photos. The last thing we need is, one of those stock photos where like all the volunteers are raising their hands or putting their hands in a circle, whatever. None of that nonsense on this site. We want pictures of our nonprofits. So that's all I have on the website, and I will stop sharing. But the homework for you is go look at it, and then you can tell us what we're doing. All those forms come to me in email, and I respond every day. Right? I'll update stuff right away.
I have a question, Lisa.
Of course.
So I guess on the website it says where to submit.
So there's a link up in the upper right that says submit, and there's a drop down form for submit an organization, submit an event, submit a photo, submit a resource.
Perfect.
They're very explicit, and each of the forms is different, right? Because an event needs a venue and a start time and a stop time, and so they're pretty explicit.
I think that's awesome. You guys did a great job, especially for starting out at the gate. I mean, it's really. I looked at the website; it's great.
Yeah, I have a question, but I did want to echo what Leslie just said. It really does look great, the website, and I wouldn't say that Lisa started out right at the gate, because Lisa's so far ahead of us on all of this stuff that she's gone around the track several times already. If a person is looking for something, art lessons, art articles, a class, education opportunities, will this site pop up if they put a search in Google for some kind of thing like that? Or do you have to know it's there?
If you're asking whether results from our directory will show up on Google, the answer is probably not, because Google bases their results on the breadth and depth of what you're looking at. We've got one tiny listing for your organization on this site, whereas your organization has an entire site. So your site would show up before ours would, right?
Okay.
But I think what we're hoping is, if you need a service of some kind in Fremont that a nonprofit might handle, you could go here and it would be a more targeted search than just going to Google in general.
Right, if you want something local.
Assuming it's complete.
Right. Are you going to advertise in the Tri-City Voice that you exist? Or have somebody write up a press release?
Yes, we are. Now that we're officially, today is kind of our official launch. So yes, now we are expecting mass media coverage. I'm going to contact Rachel Maddow after this.
I see a couple of things here. I see Victor had a good suggestion on not yet, will eventually with the meta tags and pictures and SEO. So as it grows, I think it will become more vibrant. And then Aisha has her hand up as well.
And then after that, I'd like to share a comment that David Bonacorsi made just a minute ago. Aisha?
Yeah, no, I just really want to state that this is actually really good work. I actually really like it, especially for the Tri-City area, because I know that all of us have been heavily involved in different nonprofits over the course of many years. So it's always a plus to see us kind of coming together. I do want to highlight the fact that I do appreciate the efforts around ensuring that everybody gets a pretty equal chance. And in regards to the data tags for Google, it could literally just be Tri-City area tags, as well as each of the cities that we want to focus on, /nonprofits. And those should be identified. And eventually the calendar, which I think a lot of people would be interested in because it allows communities to gather and how to gather, that can actually be boosted as well, just as a separate item, even before the first page that shows up your homepage. So I actually think this is really cool. So I'm excited.
Okay, thank you.
I think all of our websites should have a listing for the Tri-City Nonprofit Coalition website. So if we go to the Fremont Art Association, we try to put up things that people can do outside of what we do. in order to keep them entertained. We can put this up also.
Another option would be to follow us on Facebook. That's going to be a place where we're going to be posting regularly. We have been actually, and sharing resources there, funding opportunities and things like that. I recently posted, I mentioned this before that the meeting really got underway, to Kathy Laidlaw, that I shared the 500 million COVID grant opportunity through the state of California that's going to, the application process opens December 18th. So, I mean, that's the type of thing that, you really want to make sure every nonprofit is aware, and particularly despite it saying, being COVID relief, the arts are suffering, right? We all know that. And they were specifically included in this funding as qualifying. So I think that's really important. I wanted to just quickly say that David Bonacorsi commented that the way the calendar, we can maybe talk about this offline, Lisa and Kathy, the way the calendar looks now, the hosting for an event, the hosting organization isn't right front and center. You have to click on the event and then it goes to an information page. Is that right, David? Is that what you were meaning? And he thinks it would be useful to have that at a glance, I think, on that.
That's correct, for branding purposes, yeah.
I think we can talk about, details like this later, but we're sort of space limited, as you see, in terms of how much we can cram in there in a tiny space. Somebody had posted, it was actually a private comment to me, but I'll just mention it. They said, well, when I search for Tri-City Nonprofit Coalition, we don't show up yet in Google. And it takes Google a little while to find you. The site's only been up a week, so it will be there soon.
Very good, very good. I think, were you able to let Cindy Bonwire in, Tina?
I am not.
Can you give her an invite? Invite her with her email.
I will do that. I'm not seeing anyone.
We've had a few people. It's been hard for them to get in. I don't know why. There's so many here, but some of them can't get in.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that right now.
And I see that someone has asked if a great collaborator, Vera with Music for Minors too, asks, can we add your logo to our website? Absolutely. Yes, that's exactly what this is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about supporting each other, helping each other, collaborating, and just different than things have gone in the past. In the past, I've seen a little bit of competition here and there, competition for resources, perhaps competition for funding. And I'm going kind of into my little part of the founders thing. And that's what we're hoping that we can dial down and kind of eliminate, is the competition and more collaboration and less silos. And we're all doing great work. We're all serving the people in our communities. And how exciting it is to have this over here, where the Tri-Valley is a little different. The demographics are different. The money's different there. So many things are different there that we thought having something like what they're doing, which is phenomenal, having that here, where we can better gear towards the needs here. We thought that will have a really big impact. Many of us have joined the Tri-Valley Nonprofit Alliance, and they have resources, they have speakers, they have resources like things that Tina has been posting on our Facebook page, grants, and it's just bringing all the resources together and then collaborating and coming up with ideas. How do we pivot? How do we innovate? How do we do things in this kind of environment? So it couldn't be more perfect timing for us to be working in this direction from what we're thinking. Okay, I think it's time for us to see who is in the house. A little round robin. And if you would say your name and the nonprofit that you're with. And if we can go, 30 seconds for each one, we'll get through this really quick, and then we'll have some other adventures online for you. So, David.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Me, David? Yes.
David.
Thank you, Kathy. First of all, again, like Aisha said, this is terrific, and I know how much hard work went into it. So I don't want to pass over that and discount anything. This is terrific already. Fremont for Everyone, I'm here on behalf of that. We'll be having an event next Wednesday. I'm sure Lisa caught that, put it on the calendar. And then also affiliated with Music on the Mission, and you already have that on the calendar, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Awesome. Anna?
Yes, hi, everyone. I'm Anna Wang. I have a son with autism. I'm a parent and advocate and a co-founder of Friends of Children with Special Needs here in Fremont. Our headquarters is on Peralta Boulevard. And during COVID, we are still trying to serve every day 300 individuals from children to adults with special needs here in Fremont area. And we are hosting weekly concerts by the special needs individuals in our group. I don't know if you've heard of the Dream Achievers, but every Saturday at 8 p.m. we have a concert on Facebook with facebook.com/Dream Achievers Band.
Anna, submit the schedule to me online, please.
Oh, I sure will. Thank you.
We'll get you on. Kathy?
Sorry, had to unmute. My name is Kathy Laidlaw. I am with Give Teens 20, and Give Teens 20 is redirecting and rebranding as NAVZ, as we help Generation Z navigate their future by learning about themselves through honest self-assessment, and then learning about different career paths that they might be able to take based upon that self-assessment.
Thank you. Margaret, welcome.
Thank you for calling on me. I see that the president is online. Julie, do you want to take the con as far as the Fremont Cultural Arts Council is concerned? You're on mute.
Yes, but why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Margaret? You're
Okay.
President Emeritus. How's that?
Okay, President Emeritus of the Fremont Cultural Arts Council. I believe we're the oldest arts nonprofit in the Fremont area. And just having, this is our 50th anniversary, and an umbrella organization for the arts. I'm also a member of the Fremont Art Now group, and I'm also sitting on the board of the Alameda County Arts Commission. So arts have a lot to do with the health of a community. We're trying to work on a mural project now, trying to get more murals, especially with a lot of the empty buildings, even if they're just temporary murals. And I'm very interested that this is within the arts. We had a silo problem just within the arts. And now that's getting much better, as we just had the Arts Summit. And I'm happy to see that we have now a nonprofit umbrella organization coming forward. So thank you very much for inviting me.
You're welcome. Janice, would you like to go next? Unmute. We can't hear you, Janice, yet. There you go.
All right. My name's Janice. I'm a volunteer in Fremont. I volunteer with SAVE. I also volunteer with Daily Bowl and with Central and with HERS and with multiple other groups. I'm excited because this is something I've been doing all along. Sometimes one group gets huge donation of something and it needs to be shared. So this is a great forum for doing it.
Awesome. Gus, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I'm Gus Morrison, and I chair Tri-City Ecology Center. We're 50 years old next April, and we're environmental information, advocacy, and education. Not so much direct service to people, but still a nonprofit and still involved in the community in a great way.
Thank you. Linda Pearson.
Yes, I have been working with our Christ the King Lutheran Church for their community outreach program. We have been retitled as the Sewing Bees, and I had said earlier, 4,500 masks have been distributed to anyone in the Tri-City who might need them, or please reach out to me if you need a mask. Also pillowcases and backpacks and chemo bags for the Women's Center. So we're reaching out to help where we can. And it's very, very busy this year.
Thank you. Leslie.
Hi, everyone. Leslie McGarry, Development Manager with Sarah Center. We serve developmentally disabled adults all over Alameda County. And we've been keeping them safe and healthy for 9 months. It's just amazing. We serve clients from all spectrums, from, from very high functioning to needing dependent care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so far, so good. So, yay.
Awesome.
Yeah, since 1975. Yep.
Thank you. Julie
you.
Moore.
My unmute trick didn't work. Hi, I'm Julie Moore. I work at Fremont Bank and with Fremont Bank Foundation, but I'm also kind of involved in the nonprofit sector on the Human Relations Commission, just really invested in a healthy community, and a big part of that is our nonprofit sector. So happy to be here.
Welcome. Chow, would you like to go?
Hi, everybody. My name is Chow. I'm with SAVE. I'm the development manager here. It's really great to be part of, sorry, let me take it back. We serve domestic violence women and children. It's really great to be part of the coalition. I moved to the Bay Area about 4 years ago, and I've been with SAVE for 3 years. So when I started working at SAVE, I know nobody here. I know none of the nonprofits here. There's really no connection. And so right now I've been in the area for a while now. I've started to hear names, and now I get to see faces in the coalitions and the volunteers, people help us, and our donors that who's here. So it's really great to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Tracy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tracy Sarge. I'm with Room Redux Bay Area, and I just want to say thank you so much. This is amazing. I am new to nonprofits. I started a year ago getting this chapter started. We do room transformations for children that have faced physical or sexual abuse and trauma in order to give them a new and safe space so that they can get a new start. And I just want to thank you guys. Everybody here has been such champions for our organization, and has really helped me and helped us. And I feel the same way that Chow does. Even though I'd lived in Fremont for a while, I didn't know a lot of people. So this has been fantastic. I'm really loving it. So appreciate all of you.
Welcome.
Oh, and we have our silent auction going on right now. So I will post a link to that.
Yep, send us the information, submit the event. We'll get it up there. Becky, would you like to go next?
Yeah, hi, I'm Becky Underwood. I am president of Northern California Decorative Artists, and I am also on the sub-board of Lavender Seniors of the East Bay. And although we are not, neither one of my organizations are actually located in the Tri-City as a home base, we have lots of members that are. And I personally lived in Fremont many years and have a long standing of volunteering in Fremont from PTA up. And so I'm really glad to see this organization come together, and it would be just really great to expand it throughout the whole Alameda County, I think.
Good, welcome. Thank you for being here. John Schinkel.
Hi there, everybody. My name is John Schinkel. I am the Vice President of the Mission San Jose Chamber of Commerce. Professionally, I am in a development role at Spectrum Community Services. We're a nonprofit health and human service agency that serves seniors and low-income individuals throughout Alameda County. Additionally, I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Mission San Jose. I'm very happy to be here tonight.
Welcome. I'm gonna, let's see, next to Julie, did you have something you also wanted to say? Even though your partner in crime already spoke, is there something you'd like to say? You're welcome.
Thank you. I'd like to make sure I introduce myself to everybody. I'm Julie Gilson. I'm the current president of the Fremont Cultural Arts Council. And Margaret talked about how long we've been around, but our mission is to act in matters of public policy, to represent the arts as an umbrella organization for Fremont, for artists, and bringing arts to community. We've served as an incubator for arts organizations just starting on their nonprofit organization role. We offer interns to nonprofits. We have a trained internship program, recruiting through training. through coordinating with organizations that may need interns. We are focused on arts organizations since that's our charter. We currently have a holiday event co-sponsored with the Mission San Jose Chamber of Commerce and the old Mission San Jose called Las Posadas. That's on the calendar. Our shared calendar that we're talking about here starting December 15th. I'm happy to see faces that I've worked with in my 30 years of being involved in nonprofits on other projects, and looking forward to making new friends. And thank you all for organizing this and getting us together and starting our networking ball rolling.
Very welcome. Dana.
Dana Jones. I'm currently with SAVE. I am their chair for their galas, which we have not been able to have. Looking forward to it in the future. I am also a Niles Rotarian and a new Fremont Elk.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you for being here tonight. Victor. Victor, you've had some really interesting comments in the chat here. I've been taking pictures of them.
How you doing? Thanks for the invite. I think I saw a number of you guys in some other events, but this morning at TVNPA, I heard of you guys and was invited to come visit and thought I could help out. We serve the whole Alameda County. I'm on the board of several nonprofits, Robot Garden, on the onset of TVNPA. I've seen the good it does with the large size that TVNPA is and the events that we've done there. My other occupations are I own an IT company here in the Bay Area. Very familiar with Fremont, have some partnerships and real estate stuff that we do. But primarily I want to see what I can do to help other groups like this. My primary foundation and goals are, we have a STEAM mobile, like a science, technology, engineering, arts mobile that we hope to send out to Bay Area schools in need of help. We currently have classes and incubator in Dublin, Livermore. We have some hangars in Livermore for a makerspace, and a soon-to-be Tri-Valley STEM Center, which is a build for a multi-million-dollar development area for the whole Bay Area. And that's with David, the Hobart, which was the then mayor of Dublin. We also have some of the projects from him, from Dublin. If anyone needs computers or any help growing their nonprofit, that's what we're here to do. And I'm hoping to see you guys grow as well as TVNPA has over the years.
And I'm hoping that if you don't know Code for Fun, I want to introduce you with Code for Fun because they're working with Fremont Unified on getting coding standards up to par. Thank you for being here. Fong Law, you have a message here saying you're here and you're going to be gone. Would you like to say something?
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. And I know you're all nonprofits, so I appreciate everything you do. I'm Fong, I'm the county assessor. And I just want to give a short message that owns real estate. Your property tax exemption for your nonprofit needs to be filed by February in order to be considered. I know not all of you own real estate as a nonprofit, but some of you do. And it's an annual filing that you have to do. And I know that we've gotten a lot of phone calls lately with people who forgot to file. Obviously, because today is tax day and everyone's paying their property taxes today, those that forgot have reached out and said, oh, we forgot to file. Can we do anything? There's very little I do if you don't file on time. This includes nonprofits, churches, anything that wants to be tax exempt. You got to get that filing in every year. If you lease space, depending on who, you may be able to get of the property taxes that you have to pay on behalf of your landlord. So I'd be happy to give you more details. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. What I'll do is I'll put my work email in the chat and just shoot me an email. I'm not the expert in my office on exemptions, to be honest. I do have other staff that are experts on it that know it a lot better than I do. I will put you in touch with them so they can work with you.
That'll be great. That'll be very good because then we can share that.
So there's harm in reaching out. So thank you very much for your time. I do have another Zoom I need to jump onto. just a little real quick, I know of the great work you do because I served on the Fremont Human Relations Commission for, I think it was 6 or 7 years, and I lived in Fremont for over 10 years. So thank you for all that you do in Fremont. Part of me wishes I still lived there. Unfortunately, I got married. And the wife said we're moving, but
He's cutting out.
Fong, if you're still there, because we had a hard time hearing you. If you could
Was he cutting out before too?
Yeah,
I'm sorry?
he was cutting out. You were kind of cutting in and out, but I was going to say if you could go to the website and just use the general contact form and send me what you just said about taxes and dates and the message that you're reminding people of, and I'll put it on the website.
Yeah, we could maybe, I don't know, maybe that would be something that will definitely be something we can.
And I'm in the chat for this Zoom as well.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Or we can put it on our Facebook page too.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hayes, would you like to say hello to us next?
Is he?
Hayes, do you hear us? Yeah, there you are.
No.
No.
We can
Hayes, are you
circle.
going to tell us a little something about who you are and why you're here? No, he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't hear us. We're going to skip to Helen Kennedy. Would you like to speak next?
Hi, everyone. Happy to be here. And I have to say, after secluding and working from home for so long, it's just wonderful to see all your faces and all my old friends. So I am the executive director of the New Haven Schools Foundation. We are a nonprofit that serves the New Haven Unified School District, which is Fremont and parts of South Hayward. We run 2 programs. One is a scholarship program, and I'm thrilled to announce we've hit our 1.2 million in scholarships that we've given out since 2007 and 177,000 last year. So I'm hoping we do as well in the coming year, given the effects that we're going to experience from COVID, et cetera. We also run a classroom grant program. Every year teachers apply for funding to us for programs that are just not covered by the budget. So like we've bought supplies for maker spaces in the schools, funded robotics, we get microphones for the choir, all sorts of projects for extracurricular and classroom programs, and especially in the past couple of years focusing on STEM. I also want to say personally, I'm a Rotarian. I'm a member of the Fun Sunset Rotary Club. I work with Daily Bull. I can see Patty on the call there. And I'm a past president of the Washington Hospital Healthcare Foundation and a current trustee. So thank you, everyone. Oh, and I just posted our first event in January. So let me know if it gets approved.
Awesome. Very, very good. Thank you. Vera, would you like to go next?
Hi, everyone. My name is Vera Kazak. I'm with Music for Minus 2, the nonprofit that's been keeping music alive in the classrooms for over 30 years now. I'm the program manager. I've been a volunteer in teaching music in the class for 14 years now. So we actually train adults how to teach music, and then we place them in the classroom. But this year it's been very challenging because teachers don't want to give us the time, or a lot of our volunteers could not continue because they had to help with their kids with their studies. So it's been very different, but we are still going on. We realize that now more than ever kids need music, and we will keep the music going. And we have a couple of events coming up. We have a monthly musical movement session for kids, which is free, and that's been very popular. I think we have about 50 kids join each month, and our volunteers share different songs and movement and dances. And then we also have a kids choir, an after-school kids choir that's very popular. In fact, we've had more kids join since we've gone virtual, and they're doing like a mini concert on the 20th. So I've added those to your calendar as well. So thank you, Lisa. And so nice to see so many faces that I'm familiar with and meet some new ones. And thank you, Kathy and Lisa and everyone else who organized this. And thank you, and Janice, I know you were saying that you get lots of donations, and I know you gave some donations to us when we had a gala, so I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. And I appreciate everyone trying to keep it short so we can get through the whole list and then have our guest speakers come on, because we have some lovely guest speakers in the house who want to share some of their philosophies and support with us as well. Denny, would you like to go next?
Sure. I'm the president of the Fremont Art Association, which actually has been around, it feels like since the dinosaurs. We celebrated our 60th anniversary last year. And it was started a long time ago by artists who wanted a space to show their work. It's evolved into an art gallery and an art studio, and providing art lessons to adults and children, and having a shop where we sell many of the items that our artists make. I'm devoted to the idea that art is not just painting. It's music and dance and writing and making things with your hands, whatever they are, whether you can put in your house or put them on your body or put them on your walls. I want to continue to encourage that, but at the moment, we all basically are seniors, and so the shop, the gallery is not open. But we have a miracle child who came along and has put our whole inventory on a website. So we have a website, I mean, you know, for shopping online. You can shop on our website and then pick it up with, you know, what we call contactless pickup. And we're hoping to sell more things that way, because that's the only income we have right now to try to pay the rent and, you know, stay in our space until we can all get back together again. But I certainly appreciate this opportunity here, and thank you to Lisa for asking me to make me come. It's been interesting hearing about all kinds of nonprofits I never heard of before.
Great. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And for everything that you do. Kristen, would you like to go next? And then we'll have Lori and then Diane.
Hi, I'm Kristen Spitz. I'm with Boldly Me. Boldly Me educates, mentors, and supports those who feel different. So we help by providing lessons in healthy self-esteem, healthy relationships, healthy communication, how to process your feelings in a healthy way. With all the COVID-19 stuff that's going on, our services are needed. We have obviously gone online. We usually go into the classrooms, but we are online, obviously. We do have an online academy that has our lessons there. And I'm happy to be part of this as well. I think it's a great idea that we're all together sharing ideas, and funding has been a challenge with COVID right now. So appreciating us sharing ideas and grant opportunities and all that kind of stuff. Thank you.
Thank you. Lori.
You're muted. Oh,
Hi.
great.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lori Stokes, founder and artistic director of Starstruck Theater. And this year we were celebrating our 25th anniversary, but that got a little cut short, as we all know. But anyway, we do performing arts education, and we also put on shows mostly at Ohlone College. So since COVID, we tried to pivot and do a lot of things online. So that's kind of keeping us going. We have our very first online musical that's going to be coming up December 19th and 20th. And I'm sure Lisa's got the info on
there.
Yep. So anyway, thank you, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you. Diane.
Hello, my name is Diane Shaw, and I actually have a couple. I'm with Kiwanis, which focuses on children with the Fremont Kiwanis. I'm also with the Ohlone Humane Society. This is my new little foster here. And then third, I'm also with the Fremont Elks. And what's with the Fremont Elks is a charity that funds 11 physical and different therapists throughout the state of California. So we have our own nonprofit that way. But what's different about us from this perspective, and why I'm really happy to see this coalition, is that we also fund a lot of local nonprofits. So we give a lot of donations to local nonprofits. And I always had a problem trying to find those local nonprofits that we could help to fund and provide small donations to. So I'm happy to be part of this and learn more about what's here in the local area. So thank you.
Thank you. Carol, hello. Would you like to say something, Carol? I can only see your eyes. You are muted. There you go.
Sorry. So I am involved mostly with environmental groups. And I think I know a lot of people here on the call. Thank you for inviting me. And I most recently got involved with the Climate Restoration Circle. So they'll be starting up again after January 5th. But I've been involved with the Sierra Club on and off since 1986. So that's all I have to say.
Well, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Welcome.
Herbert, would you like to go? And then Yogi. Hello, Herb.
Sure. Hi. Sorry, I have to unmute myself. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation, Kathy. And I really appreciated the invitation. And I think this is a great effort that you guys put together. And it's very needed. And it could really connect all the nonprofit organizations in this area. Just briefly, I've served a few nonprofit organizations in this area. Just like John, I served as the vice president of the Mission San Jose Chamber of Commerce. And I served the American Cancer Society Northern California Chinese unit. And I also served on the Asian American Donor Program. I'm just still on the advisory board. I was one of the founder. Currently, I'm serving as the president of the Fremont Rotary Club with Kathy. Kathy is actually president nominee of the club and is also community service chair. We also served the group called Citizens for Better Community. I was the charter president of CBC and currently serving as the vice president and as the Spring Celebration co-chair with Kathy. And my past co-chair was Mr. David Bonacorsi. So on April 24th, I'm pretty sure Kathy is going to put that on the calendar. We're going to have a, I would say hybrid live streaming gala April 24th of next year. We're still putting together. We're gonna give it a try. I am not sure how this is gonna work, but we're gonna make it fun, make it productive, so that we can raise our fund and as needed for CBC's yearly budget. Thank you very much for the invitation, and nice meeting everybody.
Thank you for being here. Yogi, would you like to go next?
Yes, Kathy, I want to congratulate all of you for such a wonderful initiative. Glad to see the great work that you're doing. Served on a lot of nonprofits over the years. Currently work with Kathy on the 4th of July committee. Very proud of that organization and the work that it does. The Festival of India, Drivers for Survivors have been some of the organizations I've been a part of. But the one that I think is relevant to share a little bit, Kathy, as you know, I'm an Economic Development Commissioner on the City of Fremont. And as we go to site visits, the first and foremost question that comes up from a lot of the employers is a little bit more information would be helpful about the nonprofits, both small and large, and as of their fee focus, where they focus on key issues every year. So this resource would be a wonderful, wonderful resource. And the only suggestion I could make is I've looked at the site, it's a great site. And we can probably break it up by the verticals of the line of things that they focus on. So there are organizations that focus on domestic violence or organizations that focus on the environment or children. We can somehow separate that a little bit at the future. I think that would be great.
That's already set up in the directory. If you go on the search page, it's by
okay. Great. I just glanced at it. I've not had a chance, but this is great. Much needed. Thank you very much for coming together and putting this very vital resource for the community.
Thank you for joining us and thank you for the valuable feedback, Yogi. Kirsten, would you like to go next? Kirsten Litz?
Hi, I'm Kirsten Litz, and I am the board president for HERS Breast Cancer Foundation. I was invited by Tina, and I actually live in Pleasanton, but I'm super excited for you all. I've been to the Tri-Valley Nonprofit Coalition's meetings, and they're awesome. So I'm wishing you the best of luck. I know it'll be great. And you've got Tina, and you've got our webmaster. So I think you're all set. So thanks for having me, and good luck.
Thank you for being here. Let's see, where am I at now? It jumped around on me a little bit. Jivan, would you like to go next?
Yes, I unmuted myself. Congratulations. It is really so good to see all of you, so many of you. We have met, and I represent the Indo-American Community Federation, and we are going to have our unity dinner, which is now in its 20th year. So we are going to have that in March. I don't have a date, unfortunately, but we'll soon have a date. We'll know when we're going to do this. Again, it's going to be, online. And as most of you know here, and I see most of the faces who have come to this dinner and who have supported it and who have always promoted unity and harmony within the community. So I'm very delighted to see all of you. I'm very delighted to see this initiative that has taken place, and I wish you all the best. And I'm sure it's going to be a big resource for the nonprofits. Calendar is one of the most important things, because so many times you have events which are happening on the same day, and it's nobody's fault because they don't know that there's another event which is also important. And so this is going to be wonderful. I'm pretty excited, and we'll be in touch, and I'll let you know when the unity dinner, when we're going to celebrate that. And
Very
thank
good.
you so much again. Best wishes.
Thank you for being here. Patty, and then Jasmine and Paul. So please.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Patty Iyer, the Executive Director of a nonprofit here in the Tri-Cities. We rescue excess food and we distribute across to various agencies. What started off as a small operation just within maybe 8 mile the corridor of the Tri-Cities we are now all over the Bay Area, work across the county lines, shelter in place, and COVID has sad to say been good for us in a way, because there's just been so much food that needed to be recovered, and we've really helped a lot of agencies across the county lines feed the people, and it's been a great ride. And for all those who are here, 2 thumbs up if you'd like to. 2 thumbs up to the 3 organizers of the coalition. It's been a wonderful job. Thank you so very much. I look forward to working with all of you. Bye now. Good evening.
Thank you very much. Jasmine.
Hi guys, my name is Jasmine Basrai and my family owns Heller's Pharmacies. I'm also a Niles Rotarian and I'm on the executive board of the Fremont Chamber. And we're just looking at ways that the business community can help the nonprofit community. I think we've tried to help in various ways and very excited to be helping in a more organized way so that we can, a business can help the nonprofits in a much more substantial way.
I love that. Thank you, Jasmine. Paul, would you like to go next? And then we have Greg Green, and then we're going to get to our speakers.
Sure, thanks. Paul Iannaccone, Executive Director of the Fremont Symphony. Under the Artistic Advisor and Conductor Jung Ho Pak, we perform and create an extraordinary symphonic experience that enriches the soul and inspires the mind. I'm also a member of the Rotary Club of Niles Fremont. In fact, that's why I joined late. We had a board meeting. There I serve as Club Foundation Chair, and also with the Rotary District 5170, I'm the annual giving chair. So thank you much.
Thank you for being here. Greg.
Hi, thanks for everybody. By the way, I'm in good company, and that's like everyone else wearing different hats. So I am Fine Arts and Eats. I'm treasurer of the Fremont 4th of July Parade. It comes in blue if you want to order one online, and red. Also have white, but this is a great group. Love working with y'all and looking forward to everything. I do know how difficult it is wrangling a calendar. For Fine Arts and Eats, I struggled for about 10 years wrangling, and Lori Stokes, I know you, wrangling performing arts groups and their calendars. Lots of work. Anyway, good job, everybody.
Thank you for being here, Greg. Okay, let's, if we may, can we get on with our speakers? I believe that I see that David Halbert's in the house. And I would like to do an introduction if you're here. Dave, are you here?
I'm here.
Woohoo!
Hi, Kathy.
Hello. So I'm going to read a little piece about you so people kind of know who you are. And I want to start with a bit of a quote that you had when you were running for your office. There is perhaps no greater sense of belonging and purpose than a strong community of family, friends, and caring neighbors. Alameda County is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. And you said that you promised to make it even better. So a little bit of background about Dave. He grew up in Southern California. He was the oldest of 6 children. He started with an undergraduate degree in finance from California State University, then went on to an MBA from UCLA. He began his professional career in the food industry in a variety of leadership roles, then founded his own business, Trinity Consulting, to help small businesses. He began his public service in 2000 when he volunteered at his daughter's school as school site council chairman. And in 2002, he was elected to the Dublin Unified School District Board of Trustees, where he served for 10 years. He then went on to become the Dublin City Council member in 2012, went on to be elected as mayor in 2014, and has been proudly serving constituents in that role ever since. He serves on several Alameda County commissions and is also a member of the Alameda County Mayor's Conference, where he currently serves as president. David and his wife, Michelle, have been married for 29 years and are the proud parents of 3 daughters. And another little tidbit, he has just been voted in as our next Alameda County District 1 supervisor. So with that, Dave, what have you got to tell us tonight?
Oh, Kathy, thank you. That was such a nice introduction. I really appreciate you doing that. I also want to echo the congratulations that others have given to you and your co-leaders kicking off the Tri-City Nonprofit Coalition. And I remember it was maybe 2 months ago when we were on a call with the Tri-Valley Nonprofit Coalition, and what a great group they are. And you are fast on the heels, I think, catching up quickly, already there. From what I can see, looking around at the folks on this call, you're doing an outstanding job. And just got to tell you, I have so enjoyed getting to know the nooks and crannies of Fremont over the last really 17 months of a campaign, but really the last 8 months more rigorously. What a great bunch of people. And I do believe communities are as strong as the people that make them up. And so what I wrote in the campaign is very true. It is all about people. It is all about community. And so I'm proud to serve Alameda County in District 1. And I know that tonight's topic is around nonprofits. Let me share with you that I've always grown up in one form or another in a nonprofit world. I served on the DPI board, Dublin Partners in Education board, when I was on the school board. Started off with the site council. That's a volunteer job, I guess. My wife is currently on the DPI board. I'm a Rotarian and have been for a number of years, and really have enjoyed my public service career working closely with many different nonprofits. I served on the board of directors for ANCA Behavioral Health in Concord, a mental health nonprofit organization, and have served with Open Heart Kitchen in Livermore, serving meals to homeless. Also served alongside just a number of other nonprofit organizations. I would tell you that I'm always looking for, first and foremost, a personal relationship with a nonprofit. I'm more likely to invest and donate and contribute time to good people. And so I'm looking first and foremost at good people and a relationship with them, because when you know somebody really well, you can lean into investment, lean into donations, lean into um, giving your time. So I look at the people, and no matter what it is, first I look at are they good people. The second thing I'm looking for is uh, generally a humanitarian need, helping people in need. So whether that's serving the homeless meals or working with people that are less fortunate than us, whether they're here in our community or even around the world, have helped support in Nakuru, Kenya, an orphanage because they needed help. So helping people in need. Now that's different than some of the other nonprofits, which are making people's lives better through education or music or arts. And I have a big place in my heart for those organizations as well. So it's either a humanitarian person in need, or making somebody's life better. And there I include the environmental groups that are looking to make our world a better place to live. And so that's what I'm looking at, the people that are in charge, helping people in need and helping make our lives better. Um, and so the next thing I look at is how many people are we helping? Are we talking about a few or a few hundred or a few thousand? And so obviously cost to serve and the business plan, if you will. Business plan's not the right word, but the plan, is it a strong plan? Is it going to really make a difference? And I've been blessed to have been able to help different project based efforts, as well as long-term. Like I said, Rotarian is more of a long-term thing, but they help different project-based opportunities around the country, around the world. So anyway, what I can tell you is that Alameda County has a very long-standing and strong track record of supporting local nonprofits. I think the county also recognizes, as I mentioned, I personally do, the county also recognizes that the strength of our community lies in the strength of its people, and partnering with good people to get good things done through the nonprofit organization is the way to go. And so I'm just learning about this, to be honest. I don't know it all yet, but we have discretionary budgets that we can share and invest in nonprofit organizations with. You've seen this through our current supervisor, Scott Haggerty, done a lot for the schools in providing different grant-based fundings across all of the District 1, but also just other nonprofits as well. The school ones come out to my mind off the top of my head, but I'm looking to continue to do that, continue to do more of that. I guess one other thing I look at is the other people that are investing in those nonprofits. So looking to not necessarily be a sole provider, but rather who else is investing alongside of. So to be part of a team, because that's how you can really make a difference. So looking for those groups that have also attracted other smart people with the desire to invest and to support, that just gives more credibility to it. So I'm going to be very active with nonprofit, not just with the money that I get from the county, and that's a pass through, but active in getting others to support. And so if I support, I'll be calling other people, corporations, whoever that might be, philanthropists, people with their own personal fortunes. I'm not there just to write a check. I'm there to help, there to serve, there to be alongside and roll up the sleeves with and encourage others. So consider not only the position of supervisor as a person that can write a check, but with me, somebody that will actively look to help serve and get others to serve as well. So that's a long-winded answer, Kathy. I don't know if what else you wanted. I'm happy to answer any questions, whatever they may be. I want to say also, because I know everyone on the call is mostly Fremont, I heard a Pleasanton person, but I want to say that I'm looking forward to getting to know each of you more individually. And so when I get down there, and I will be opening a satellite office in Fremont, and I will be down there as often as I can. Let's make the most of that. I know we can't get together in person, but when we can, we'll be at, you know, the office or at Suju's Coffee or at one of the other great places. I guess it's Suju's in the morning, and what is the beer place for the afternoon?
Oh, Das Brew. Yeah.
Das Brew, yeah, something like that for the afternoon.
That sounds right on.
I'll be down there as often as I can. Let's make the most of it.
That sounds really good. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. Thank you for taking the time out tonight. Lisa's going to take it away now, I think, with some little fun. Lisa, are you ready? We're going to do a wheel of names. And everybody's name is in there. And did you want to explain what's going to happen, Lisa?
I think she might be muted. Yes, she is. I'm going to unmute her.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So we said we would do our first TCNPC mini grants. This is a website called Wheel of Names, which is like a spin the wheel thing. So we're going to spin the wheel. It's totally random. I put everybody's name in there.
And what are they going to get?
They're okay. So Carol Zilli is the winner. So woohoo! So the winner gets to choose a nonprofit. I think I can guess which one Carol might choose. And we will donate $25 in your name. Okay, on to the next thing.
And the next, go for it. Go, Tina.
Okay, so that's me. I am up and I'm here to introduce Donna Weiss. I was asked to introduce Donna. I have personal experience working with her to better HERS Breast Cancer Foundation as a nonprofit. So she has twice helped me lead a board retreat, 2 different retreats, and then we had a really amazing staff retreat as well, which was great for team building and morale. So Donna provided some information about her, a few of these things I didn't know. And I mean, I was already impressed with her, but I'm even more impressed now. So I will share. Donna Weiss is a Fremont native and an independent consultant working with nonprofit organizations on board governance, succession planning, strategic planning, performance measurement, and retreat planning and facilitation. Since 2009, Donna has helped community benefit organizations identify their strategic objectives, prepare for executive transitions, measure progress achieving their mission, and improve the effectiveness of their boards. After retiring from a 30-year career with a local water utility, she spent 4 years as a senior consultant with the Center for Excellence in Nonprofits, also known as CEN. Donna has a bachelor's degree from UC Berkeley and a UC certificates in nonprofit management and quality management. She is a board source certified governance trainer and a third sector certified succession planning consultant. Wow.
Thanks. I will be short. I am so impressed with this group. Some of you I know, a lot of you I don't. Like Tina said, I grew up in Fremont, got as far away as Berkeley and then came back again. And my career has been in Fremont. Before I started working with nonprofits, I spent 30 years working for water and wastewater utilities. in the Bay Area. And I was involved in professional associations for water and wastewater at the national level, where we gave advice to the EPA. You know, we did advocacy for our sector. And at the state level, where we were looking at California water issues. And then at the local, we had local sections in our professional association that handled training and networking. And I got very used to that. And I was surprised when I started working with nonprofits at the lack of a strong, robust professional association for nonprofits. I was pretty shocked. I mean, pretty much every sector has a professional association. There's a professional association of professional association executives. Okay, everyone has one, but we just don't. There are some like Cal nonprofits that are offering leadership at the state level, but it's mostly organizations like this, real grassroots local organizations that are filling this vacuum. And the Tri-Valley Group has been doing it successfully for many years. In Santa Clara, there's the Silicon Valley Council of Nonprofits. So there are people trying to fill this void, but we really haven't had that in Fremont, Newark, Union City, in the Tri-City area. So when Tina and Kathy and Lisa asked me to be involved in this, I really jumped at it. And oh my God, these three women, can they get stuff done? I can't even believe how far we've come from just literally a few months ago to having this meeting. So I'm very impressed. I think it's just so important. Working in nonprofits can be very isolating, especially at the executive director level and at the board level. And so to be able to leverage what you know and share it with other nonprofits, to get together for training opportunities, to do some advocacy eventually at the county level and at the city level for nonprofits. I mean, really, there's so much work to be done that part of, I think, the challenge for this group is going to be narrowing it down and doing some strategic planning and trying to figure out where do you want to focus your efforts and where can we get the most bang for our buck, because there's certainly a lot of opportunities. I'm here to help. I don't do the legal stuff. I'm not a lawyer, and I don't do the finance stuff. What I do is governance, helping boards be really effective at what they do, helping organizations set up their bylaws and their policies and how they make decisions in an effective way. Again, strategic planning, succession planning, which I've done some of that work with some of you. So I'm really excited about being able to offer that to this group to get them off to a good start. And like I said, this has been a long time coming. I think it's going to be amazing for the Tri-City area. So thank you guys for kicking us off tonight. That's it.
Thank you for joining us. I think that Lisa's up again. We're going to do another drawing, and we've got another couple, certainly one other guest speaker. Before we go into that, though, I did want to, Cindy Bonwar's on, and I did want to, well, we can do it after the drawing. I did want Cindy to have a moment to say hello. So let's do the drawing and see who's going to win.
Sorry. I had to make sure I wasn't muted this time. Okay, are we ready?
We're ready.
Spin the wheel. This is my favorite toy that I found on the internet in like a long time. Anna. Yay. Okay. Anna's is Friends of Children with Special Needs. Is that right?
Yes, correct. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Great.
Well, we are going to do our best to wrap up by 8. We're having a little chat on the side here that we really want to be respectful of your time. We are going a little bit late, but it was just so fabulous how many people showed up and shared what they're doing. So we really got a chance to get to know everyone a little bit better. Cindy, are you still here? Would you like to give us a quick hello?
I am here, and
Hi.
hi, I'm in my office with very poor lighting, so I had my camera off. But I just want to say thank you for inviting me. It's you guys are doing really great work, and I'm happy to see that. It's you have a lot of work that can be done for you, and it's certainly probably more than the chamber can do. But as a chamber of commerce, we represent the business community, and certainly nonprofits need to run like businesses as well. And maybe what a lot of people don't understand is that we also have a nonprofit within our Chamber of Commerce, and it's the Dollars for Scholars, where we give scholarships to graduating seniors and to people who are continuing their education as well. So with that, I'm just going to say congratulations on getting this started. And of course, you know, the Chamber's here to help you with whatever we can to help further your effort and your mission. And good luck. I'm anxious to see where this goes.
Thank you, Cindy. That means a lot.
Thank you. That does.
Yes. So I think we'll hear from our next speaker. Jaime, are you here? And I'll
Yes,
do a little.
Right here.
Good. Okay, let me give you a little introduction. I kind of stole a little bit from your social media. That you are a lifelong resident of Union City, that at the age of 10, your mother passed away and your grandparents raised you and your brother in the Dakota neighborhood in Union City. You graduated from James Logan High School, went to Chabot, Cal State Hayward, earned a BA in political science, and then you went on to get your MBA from Cal State. And he now works in finance for a major healthcare provider. Jaime has served as a Human Relations Commissioner and will be starting his second term as Union City Council member. You, Jaime, have as you know, a 15-year-old daughter who is a sophomore at Logan and plays water polo. And from everything I see on your Facebook, on your website, and I met you several years back, it's evident that you care very deeply about your community and your family. It's very important to you, very passionate about that. And thank you for being here tonight. And let's hear from you.
Thank you for the kind words. I'm actually starting my third year of my first term on the city council. But a lot of this was brought together at the last minute. I just really, like everybody else, I really want to thank you for putting this together. It is a lot of work, I can only imagine the hours that were put in to get this done. So my congratulations for all the work that all of you put into this. And the work's not over, still maintaining it. So and we'll do what we can to make it easy for you. But yes, I've been on city council since 2018. Before that, I was on the Human Relations Commission. I currently serve on the board of directors of Tiburcio Vasquez Health Center. We provide quality health care to people that fall between the cracks. We are the local safety net healthcare provider. And I'd like to say also, where we're doing street medicine, we're doing COVID testing. They have not closed during this whole COVID crisis. And these people on the front lines are just great, dedicated people. And they're a nonprofit. They are a nonprofit. Nonprofits, I don't care what they do, whether it's healthcare, serving the food, clothes for people that need it, shelter. They are the backbone of our communities. They do things that government just can't do efficiently. And you do it with a smile and you do it with compassion. And I'm just so glad to have been invited to speak, because I see it every day. No matter how gray the cloud is with COVID right now, there is that silver lining of people like you that go out there day after day to make this world a better place. And sometimes when it's really dark out there. And yesterday I saw it 2 times. A friend of mine, he's getting over a stroke. He donated $100 to Centro de Servicios. I went over there to give the $100 to Jaime Jaramillo at Centro. And when I was there, my old coach from
James Logan, Coach Webb. He was there giving out cards to Jaime Jaramillo for 15 families to get free Christmas trees. That's just amazing. That's just amazing. You know, when the shelter in place occurred back in March, many of us got together because we knew a lot of people were out of work and were food insecure. We started giving out lunches twice a week. Then it turned into not just giving out lunches, giving out food. And we had upwards of 250, 275 families showing up. On Saturday, we're doing another one at Our Lady of the Rosary Church at 11:30. But the needs out there. And like I said, for every great cloud out there, there is a good silver lining of some good people like everybody here right now that wants to do their best to make their communities better. So I'm going to keep it short because I know it's almost 8 o'clock, but I just want to thank all of you for your hard work. Keep going out there. Every time you give of yourself, you get paid back 10 times more with just right here. It gets paid right here. So thank you so much. Let's keep this going. Let's keep the collaboration going. And God bless all of you and have happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for those words, those kind words. I think the Fun Rotary Club of Newark is one of them that's been doing some of the food drives in your at the church there in Union City. Been doing some great work. I think we are going to have another
one more drawing. We have our last mini grant. And the winner is Kirsten.
Woo!
Is she still with us? Yay!
Yay. Okay.
I'm still here.
Woohoo!
Good.
So we will take care of making those 3 donations on behalf of the group. I just want to say my email keeps pinging. So some of you are multitasking and submitting things while we're having the meeting, which is, I know what I'll be doing tomorrow morning.
Yes.
I wanted to do a quick before Lisa, Tina, before you wrap it up, I did want to call on Aisha again because there's something important we didn't touch on tonight. And part of this group is to be inclusive, diverse, and this is very important. So would you like to add on? I didn't know if there was another representative from the Afghan Coalition or if you were going to speak on their behalf, Aisha.
I will be speaking on their behalf. Thank you, okay. Kathy. So again, I'm Aisha Wahab. Definitely grew up in Fremont. Fremont is very much my hometown. So love seeing all of you guys. Currently a Hayward City Council member, but I am representing today the Afghan Coalition. I'm a board member. I have been a board member of the Tri-City Volunteers as well as the Boat Services and a couple of other different groups. So tonight we are talking about the Afghan Coalition. The Afghan Coalition was founded in 1996. I will say that they do provide supportive services and wraparound services around mental health and de-escalation, earlier intervention, domestic violence, a lot of different things. And I will tell you, it is incredibly important to support some of these smaller nonprofits. The Afghan Coalition does have a steep learning curve, considering that they are largely made up of immigrants and serve the immigrant population, many of whom do not speak English. And I will say that the work around women's rights has been a priority for the Afghan Coalition. And we actually do work significantly with Catholic charities. And we were founded by a grant from the Jewish Family Foundation. So it is incredibly important to be collaborative and work with each other because I will say some of the smaller nonprofits really can only work through the support of a collaborative like this. So I'm genuinely deeply appreciative of this. And I look forward to help in any way I can. And I know the Afghan Coalition is completely excited as well. The executive director could not attend. It was a little short notice for her when I told her. So apologies there.
Thank you. Thank you for representing. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I think there was one more thing I wanted to mention. What you had suggested about the smaller nonprofits. The mayor of Newark couldn't be here tonight, Al Nagy, and that was something he thought was really important, is that our work was really going to target some of the smaller nonprofits, not the big multi-million-dollar nonprofits, but the small ones who really need help and really need partnership and really need resources. And he really gave us some great advice on judiciary duties, fiduciary duties, maintaining records, having meeting locations, having an online presence. He really wants us to be successful. And as a leader of Newark and his work with so many nonprofits in Newark, really wants to support us and see this be successful, and is very happy that we're moving forward in this direction.
Great.
Tina, I think it's all yours.
Okay, so we ran a little bit over time. I wanted to say thank you to everybody for sticking it out, sticking with us. This has just been a great meeting. We have, you know, the happy dilemma, so to speak, of having so many of you show up and register for this event. So that's really heartening. Once again, I want to say thank you to all of you for coming. So many thanks to Lisa Stambaugh for working so hard. Along with Kathy and me. She just did a stellar job on the website. Kathy with her leadership skills and her great people skills and organization. Also just so many thanks to you both. I've been tasked with just mentioning a few next steps. So I wanted to encourage everybody to please check out the website. It is tcnpc.org. So that's shorthand for Tri-City Nonprofit Coalition. .org, tcnpc.org. Please check it out. If you know, you're hopefully we did our homework as best as we could. Again, shout out to Sherry Plaza for helping with that. But we tried to list as many Tri-City nonprofit organizations as we could. If you do see any that are missing and you want to submit something or encourage, you know, a fellow nonprofit leader or advocate or champion to reach out to us. If you look at the homepage to the far right, there's a submit category. There's a drop-down menu. You can submit an organization, submit an event, a volunteer opportunity, and so many other things. Just to really get this going. Yes, the three of us started it. But it takes, you know, so, you know, that phrase, it takes a village. You know, we all need to make sure that we submit our events in a timely manner. We just, you know, it's all about supporting and collaborating and getting out of our silos and helping one another. Definitely follow us on Facebook for now. That's where we are going to be posting a lot of funding opportunities. Our website is Tri-City Nonprofit Coalition. So that is our handle is at TC Nonprofit Coalition. So look for us there, like our page, encourage those that you know who are fellow nonprofit champions to do the same. Please
join our mailing list.
Join our mailing list. Thank you, Lisa.
You can see it on the website.
Yes, and just to make it really clear, we did draw those three names. That's three $25 mini grants, as Lisa said. We'll be in touch with the winners, and you can choose your nonprofit that you would like to benefit from that grant, and we'll be making a donation in your name. Ladies, Kathy and Lisa, am I missing anything? Is there anything else I should add?
I think you've
I thought that was great. Honestly, everybody, I'm so happy everybody showed up. And our little intro section took longer than we estimated it would because so many people showed up. Like as Tina said, it's a great problem to have.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. Thank you to our speakers. Thank you again, Donna and Donna and Dave Hilbert. Thank you.
And thank you, Tina, for your co teamwork here. This has just been a really lot of work, but it's really easy to work with this group, and we look forward to welcoming more people on the team as we grow and do some beautiful things for our community.
Right. Also, too, if you have suggestions for things that you would like to see us do, I don't know, like maybe a speaker series, that sort of thing, please submit your suggestions because we can really build this together.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. I guess.
Thanks so much for pulling this together.
Everyone stay safe, stay healthy.
If you want to see Kathy in an elf costume, you can see her on Saturday afternoon. We'll be walking around Irvington doing a holiday parade.
Oh.
Safely distance with elves with masks, Santa with a mask,
That's right. Yeah.
Mrs. Claus with a
6 feet
mask.
apart.
Yeah.
Happy holidays to all of you.
Happy
Wishing you
holidays.
very
You as
happy
well.
holidays. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Happy
Good night.
holidays.
Bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Great job, Kathy.
Thank you for being here.
Great
Thanks.
job.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, Dave.
Hmm.
Good to see you, Lisa. Thank you.
Okay. All righty.
We want to do a,
Yeah, we'll wait for everybody to leave.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then a real
Well,
quick.
sometimes folks step away. Do you want me to do a quick Zoom and just invite you a fresh one? Let's do that.
I know, I think they're going.
Are they? I see David and Carol.
and I think Carol was on her phone and she was driving, so I don't know if
You
she
can
can
remove
reach.
people. You can remove people.
Well,
Oh.
I can. How do I do that? Let's see.
Click on the three dots.
Click on the three dots.
Oh, I just
and-
removed. I'm going to remove Dave.
Okay. I'm going to put myself on.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
We're good.
Tina's on mute for a second.
Okay.
I know. Mike is like keeps walking by my door like.
Are you done? Are you done?
I know.
How could we-
It went, honestly, it's such a good problem to have, and almost everybody stayed till the end, even though it went long.
I know, I
But I didn't
know.
expect so many people to, of course, it takes a while to go around the room, sort of a thing.
Well, I
So
said 30 seconds, but they didn't listen.
I know, look, that was all good. Yeah, I've gotten a whole lot of emails, so I'll do the updates tomorrow.
Awesome.
You know, some of the stuff like Dave was asking about changing putting the organization name before the event title.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have to see if that's possible because it'll take up so much space, you won't know what the event is.
That's kind of, yeah, that's the dilemma there. I totally get that.
I think it should be the event name and
Mhm.
not the sponsor first.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of the default case for the application I'm using. So Tina was just saying, Dave suggested putting the organization name first. And the problem really is people are looking for the event, not the organization. You can do a search by organization name, and it'll show you a list of all the things that organization's doing.
Yeah.
But yes, so I got all these emails.
I think it's for branding purposes. Like he wants to see it like front and center.
Yeah.
Who what?
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do. I mean, for the ones that have an acronym, that's fine because you'll be able to fit both. But for ones that have a long name with no good abbreviation, no recognizable abbreviation, that sucks up all the bandwidth, right? And anyway,
Exactly.
so I had a couple of action items I noted, which was one, now we should go have the Tri-City Voice do a big article.
Yep.
Yeah, we had talked about that before, remember, but we wanted to launch first, so that's
Right.
perfect.
So now that we've launched, and I think I can add a page, or maybe I'll put it on the homepage, but a little something about spread the word. And, you know, so with the logo, so people can download the logo if they want to use it. And because I do that for some other nonprofits where like all their logos are on a page for people to download, stuff like that.
Right.
Oh, nice, nice.
And
you want them to use the best version of the logo as possible.
Right. Well, for the, you know, a lot of people don't really understand how to download like from the website and whatever. So then I also had, so somebody, Julie, I think somebody put that list of all the places that have food, the food bank
Yeah, she had that
website or whatever. I'll go through there and I would prefer that everything gets submitted, but I'll go through and see if I can find a few for that because that is a pretty useful, relevant one right now.
It is. And the fun Rotary Club in Newark or Fremont, New Union City, Newark, we're doing a lot of that. Victor was cracking me up. He's a little ball of fire, man.